Good evening and welcome to my study. My name is Ron. I am your host, and it's my pleasure to share a daily devotional with you. Staying in the Word is a very important part of keeping the armor of God on, keeping it shiny and sharp. And I've been milling this one over a little bit today, and not sure how I feel yet, but let's get after it. It's important to stay in the Word. Psalm 32. Oh, what joy for those whose disobedience is forgiven, whose sin is put out of sight. Yes, what joy for those who record. Yes, what joy for those whose record the Lord has cleared of guilt, whose lives are lived in complete honesty. When I refused to confess my sin, my body wasted away, and I groaned all day long, day and night. Your hand, your hand of discipline was heavy on me. My strength evaporated like water in the summer heat. Finally, I confessed all my sins to you and stopped trying to hide my guilt. I said to myself, I will confess my rebellion to the Lord, and you forgave me. All my guilt is gone. So, rejoice in the Lord and be glad, all you who obey him. Shout for joy, all you whose hearts are pure. Ah, yeah, I confessed all my sins to you. I don't do that every day. I sin every day. I stretch the truth. That's called a lie. I covet things. That's a sin. When I get angry, I use foul language. No. Do we have to confess those sins each day? I know when I do my stretching routine in the morning, I thank God for my salvation through the blood of Jesus, which I have wholeheartedly accepted. But I don't like to admit that I keep making mistakes. That's an interesting conundrum, which is an intricate or difficult problem or question. Anyway, there's something to meditate on. Every day where we make mistakes, we need to confess each of those mistakes, the sins, to God every day. You let me know what you think. Leave something in the comment section for me. But that is something definitely to meditate on. Something else to meditate on is the word of the week that I do. I feel it's really important to increase your vocabulary. An increase in vocabulary increases your understanding, which leads to wisdom. We were listening to a podcaster today, my wife and I, and the word ambiguous came up. And we've done that word, ambiguity. It's situations where something can be understood in two or more ways. Ambiguous. Anyway, I'm going to start carrying this, making a list like this of the words that I do and their meanings. I'm going to start going over it on a regular basis. Try to lock those words, the understanding of those words into my head. And yeah, when you're listening to someone who's smarter than you, which you should do on a regular basis, not saying that's me, but you need to be able to understand the words they're saying. Otherwise, you're not going to get the full meaning of their message. Anyway, you all have a great night. The word for this week is proclivity. Good night.